Okay, listen up, folks. The B-1 Lancer was built for one reason and one reason only: to go blisteringly, mind-bendingly fast. Picture this. It's the Cold War. Tensions are sky high, and the plan is to build a silver ghost that can scream past Mach 2 and outrun trouble on its way to a long-range strategic target. So after spending billions to make this thing the fastest bomber on the planet, why on earth did the Air Force decide to put a speed cap on it? Why turn a supersonic sprinter into a low-flying heavyweight brawler? Here's the twist. This isn't the tale of some epic blunder. This is the story of how the B-1 traded raw speed for sheer adaptability and ended up becoming one of the most capable and respected aircraft in history. How a little slowdown turned into a whole lot of "don't mess with me." To really get the B-1, you've got to wrap your head around the pure, stomach-knotting tension of the Cold War. The mission was as simple as it was daunting. If a major conflict ever broke out, American bombers had to break through the most formidable aerial defense network ever created. The Soviet Union was basically a fortress, guarded by waves of advanced interceptors, radar stations that could spot a flea on a dog's back from orbit, and thousands of high-speed defensive missiles. For the old B-52s, the plan was mostly brute force mixed with a whole lot of luck. They were slow, lumbering giants. The new thinking was simple. To survive, a bomber had to be impossibly fast. It couldn't just fly high. It had to tear across the sky faster than the defenders could react. The goal was to merge the Mach 2 speed of the B-58 Hustler with the massive range and payload of the B-52. And out of this pressure cooker of urgency and bold engineering, the B-1A was born. First flown in 1974, this thing was a straight-up technological marvel. With 4 powerful afterburning engines and slick, variable sweep wings, the B-1A was a true speed demon. In tests, it hit a blistering Mach 2.22, more than double the speed of sound. The plan was for these jets to fly so high and so fast that the opposition would need a telescope and a time machine to catch them. Those variable sweep wings were the bee's knees, wide for stable takeoffs, like a majestic eagle, then tucked tight for a supersonic dash, like a caffeinated hummingbird. Fast forward 4 years. The Reagan administration brought the program back to life, but it was a different aircraft for a different fight. The threat of look-down, shoot-down radar was real, and the answer wasn't to fly higher and faster. It was to disappear from detection. The new bomber, the B-1B, was built on a radical new philosophy. Speed was now in the backseat. The new driver? Stealth and low-altitude survival. Engineers intentionally redesigned the B-1A to make it slower. The engine inlets got fixed ramps and serpentine ducts to slash the plane's radar signature. A change vital for stealth, but one that limited its top speed to Mach 1.25. Still supersonic, but far below its predecessor's capabilities. This trade-off worked. The B-1B's radar signature became just a tiny fraction of the B-52's. Like comparing a mosquito to a blimp, the B-1B wasn't meant to race over defenses anymore. It was designed to slip under them. Its secret weapon was its advanced terrain-following radar, which let it skim just a few hundred feet above the ground at nearly the speed of sound, around Mach 0.92. Perfect for staying masked by the Earth itself. Then came the final transformation. When the Cold War ended, the START Treaty led to the B-1B being officially reassigned from its original nuclear role in 1994. Instead of retirement, it got a new life through the Conventional Munitions Upgrade Program, turning the Bone B-1 into a conventional powerhouse. Its 3 massive internal bays were modified to carry the largest and most varied payload of guided and unguided weapons in the Air Force. We're talking a staggering 75,000 pounds internally, from precision-guided tools to wide-area strike systems, making it a flying arsenal ready for almost any mission. The B-1B, the bomber that traded track shoes for boxing gloves, proved its worth in action starting in 1998. In one campaign over Kosovo in 1999, just 6 B-1s flew less than 2% of the missions, but delivered over 20% of the total payload. The numbers from later conflicts are even more jaw-dropping. In the first 6 months of Operation Enduring Freedom, 8 B-1s dropped nearly 40% of all munitions used by coalition air forces. They handled 67% of all precision-guided strikes in that time. In Operation Iraqi Freedom, the jet flew in less than 1% of missions, but accounted for 43% of precision strikes. That's like bringing a sledgehammer to a thumb wrestling match. The B-1B's unique combo of speed, range, and payload made it a workhorse. It could sprint to a fight, hang around for hours, and provide massive precision firepower. Upgrades have kept it relevant with new targeting systems, secure data links, and the potential to carry future hypersonic weapons. As of 2025, 45 B-1B's remain in service, flying missions worldwide to deter threats and reassure allies. The B-1 Lancer is the ultimate adapt or succeed story, born from a Cold War race for speed. It evolved into something far more valuable, a survivor. By trading sheer velocity for stealth and mastering low-level flight, it became a tenacious bruiser. By shifting from nuclear guardian to conventional powerhouse, it became the backbone of long-range strike capability. The B-1 didn't slow down because it failed. It slowed down to get smarter, harder to stop, and vastly more versatile. In modern air power, sometimes you have to ease off the throttle to dominate the sky. What do you think is the wildest part of the Bones story? Drop your take in the comments. End of transmission.